Welcome back to Keystone Hobbies. If you like our content, feel free to help support us over on patreon.com/Keystone Hobbies. The Discord link will be in the description. Come play with us. And thank you, Nate, for being a patron member. I'm
Nate, you
Greg.
rock. I'm John.
I'm AJ.
How's everyone's week been going?
This week has been awesome. You know what I got yesterday, Greg?
What do you get, John? Well, I know what you got, but
You know what I
tell the
got.
fans.
I got my 3080, so I'm going to be able to record more gameplay and include that in our videos moving forward. So expect that moving forward. I actually uploaded last week's episode today using some Dead by Daylight footage that I grabbed with this new card, and it's working great. And so with this brand new card, I've been playing a game that could run on a computer from the 90s. Of course, I get addicted to a cute little indie game right before I get this video card. The game I'm talking about is Loop Hero, which that's what I've been doing this week: Dead by Daylight and Loop Hero. Loop Hero is what is considered an endless RPG. And what that means basically is that your character continues to go in loops. You can just keep on playing the game and upgrading your character. There's never a shortage of things that you can do. The premise of the game is that there's an entity that had removed the memories of everyone on Earth. And what you're doing is you're using cards to remember terrain. And the way that translates into the game is you're putting these cards in different tiles on the map and creating things into existence where you have a little character that runs around the map and fights off bad guys that are in those areas. Over time, and that's how you harvest resources to expand your village. And over time, it gets more and more difficult. And the more you play and the more you level up your kind of resources that you have from your camp, the farther you can get and the more you can get accomplished. It's a super addictive, fun little quirky game. It's on the Nintendo Switch. It's on Windows. And I think Mac OS has it as well. So it's been out for a little over a year. I got it for $5 and it was an awesome buy, especially when my power went out. Friday, what was it, Friday? Thursday or Friday night, and I didn't have internet, so instead of playing Dead by Daylight, I had Loop Hero to keep me through, so.
That feels good.
Yeah, there's not it's not like a whole lot of games out there that you can like just play like without internet anymore. That'll actually keep you entertained.
That's fair.
That's what it's good to have.
I always try to have at least one on my phone, for instance, I have an emulator with a couple of Pokemon games, just in case I hit an area with no service. I have something to entertain myself.
Yeah.
Man, you can never be alone with those thoughts. It's always a
No.
chase to stay away from those.
I have one of those games that you see like on the ads. That's like it looks really dumb and just absolutely mind-numbing, and the person that makes the ad always plays it like incorrectly.
Oh, yeah. I hate those games on Facebook, man. I'll tell you what. I see those ads pop up, and I'm like, no, you just got to draw the thing this way.
It drives me insane every time.
Now, is it one of the pull the key games where it drops like lava or whatever, or is it what kind of game is it?
Or like the
No.
zombie apocalypse where like you're having sex with this girl or something, and then a zombie comes up and you have to run away. And like,
He eats
like
her
come
or something.
on.
I swear, those ads for the zombie apocalypse, they have like a whole storyline. It's like,
Yeah.
like they came out with a new ad this week. Like, let's see how the story's going.
They have their own
I
canon
can't-
that they're running through.
I can't wait like 5 years down the line where like all these companies are being brought to light and we get to see like the evolution of these games. Someone's gonna do it and I can't wait.
Oh my god.
My luck is whenever I try and download one of those games, I just get like an adware game where you get to play like half of a level and then it's like, oh hey, what about this makeup that you want to buy? I'm like, well, Google, why are you showing me makeup?
Yeah. Well, the reason why I get these games, I know the ads are bad, but if I'm in a spot with no service, you can't send me ads.
Oh, that's about the biggest brained play.
Yeah.
Uh, that's
4D chess.
that
Yeah.
works. Yeah. Hey, can't give me ads if I don't have reception.
Yeah. Joke's on you guys.
Got him.
Oh,
Get wrecked. I got to start doing that with airplane mode.
Right.
oh yeah. I'll do that sometimes, like if I'm playing the game and just like I'm not texting anybody or anything. I'll just throw it on airplane mode, and why not?
You're like, I want to play this game, but simultaneously, I don't care if any of my relatives have an emergency mode. It's perfect.
Worth it. To say anything to save me a fucking minute of my time.
They'll understand.
They'll understand. I wasn't available. I was trying to make sure that the princess didn't get swallowed by the lava when I pulled the little line. I'm just teasing. How's your week been, AJ?
It's been good. I'm on my week straight of working, and then I'll have my 5 days off for Christmas, so
Ah,
coming
that's
up
good.
soon.
Nice.
Yeah, Christmas is next weekend.
I know.
Are you guys
Ugh.
ready?
Are
Yeah.
you ever ready?
I'm usually ready because of Laura. Laura buys almost all of the presents. I have the very important job of buying her a present, which I got her something that she'll use and she'll like. So she listens to the show, so I won't spoil it. But yeah, we'll see how she likes it. Worst case scenario, we'll get her something else if she doesn't like it. Get a gift
Yeah,
receipt. That's how it goes.
the old switcheroo.
Yeah. Laura, I got you these pots and pans for Christmas. But you like pots and pans. Why are you mad?
My
No,
my
but
big gift was one coupon where I will do the dishes.
Hey, that's a
No,
good
no,
idea.
that's not it.
No.
I don't give out coupons like that. No.
oh shit.
Tiffany's laughing from the other room.
Yeah,
The back
she
of it's
knows.
just like, nah, this isn't a real gift. You thought.
Yeah.
Would never. Ugh. I hate doing dishes though.
Dishes are the worst.
I-
It's the worst chore, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't like doing the
Dish-
bathroom.
Dishwashers are a blessing.
Dish. I've never had a dishwasher in my life.
They never
No,
hold enough.
that's also true. Or sometimes, if they're really old, they just don't clean them properly.
That happens
It's
too.
always
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've been
Well,
playing Overwatch 2.
thankfully, my dishwasher is about 24, so she's got some more years left in her before the warranty kicks.
Got some good years left.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh. You're saying
um,
Overwatch, AJ?
yeah, I've been having a lot more fun on it.
Yeah.
I'm starting to understand more of what I should be doing. Feels really weird to go from like Valorant competitive and be very confident in knowing what I'm doing, and then hopping over to Overwatch, and then I'm usually the one getting yelled at, being called an idiot, like, why are you not doing this? I'm just like, I don't know, man.
It's like that's some mighty big talk for somebody running around as a gorilla.
That and like, I don't know how, but on TikTok, all I'm seeing is all these like Overwatch memes now, and I don't understand them. But
That's the group that you've joined now though, so they're gonna keep feeding you those memes, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I mean it's been a lot of fun still. I enjoy it. I got done with some of my placement games on uh for damage and support, and I placed in silver, which is really bad, but I don't know much, so I'm alright with it.
Hey, silver isn't what bronze, right? Bronze is lower. How do the
I think
Yeah.
rankings work in that?
bronze is the lowest, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You didn't start in bronze, so that's something.
That's very true.
Now, is this
I
a
think
is this a game where like any hit is good, or like do you have to try and hit heads?
You have to hit heads.
um I it depends on the character you're playing. Like if you're really not confident in it, there's characters you can play that um you don't have to hit heads, but just go for the shots. I mean, every little thing counts. You can always do something that will be way more beneficial to the team.
Gotcha.
Um That's the way I look at it. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
What all
Um,
characters have you tried out?
so love playing Widowmaker. Um, just because I like being sweaty using the sniper. Uh, and then playing Sojourn. She seems like overpowered.
What's she do?
Uh, she has just like a regular assault rifle, and it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but she can slide around for a lot of mobility, and then do like a really high jump off of the side. And
Oh, okay.
then when she does enough damage with her assault rifle, it charges up a railgun that can pretty much one shot like most people. Um, and then her ultimate rapidly charges the railgun. You could fire the railgun like 8 times within the ult.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. When you talk about the slides, that makes me think about Apex Legends immediately, where you're just
Yeah.
sliding the entire time.
Imagine like the pro players that you would see playing like Octane and how they just slide around like crazy doing all this movement. That's like what a Sojourn player is.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I know Overwatch. They have kind of some quirky characters on there, right? And some more grounded and realistic
Hmm.
characters, that kind of thing. And
Yeah.
that's a Blizzard property, right?
Yeah.
Now, do they do any crossovers with any of other Blizzard's other games, or is it just
No,
Overwatch?
now that you mention it, because I haven't looked too much into it, I think so. I can't remember. They had a skin for one character called I can't even remember what his name is. But I think they do have some crossover things. I'll have to look more into that.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I'm excited to hear more about your tales to getting iridescent in Overwatch. I'm sure it's only a matter of time, buddy.
uh, it might be a long while, but hey, we'll keep trying.
Yep, got to keep on grinding. Good stuff.
Yeah, how's your week been, Greg?
Not too bad. Work was pretty pretty tolerable in my opinion. And then I started playing Call of Duty again, so that's been taking all of my interest.
Cool.
Nice.
Any sweet new curse words that you've learned?
Well, not one curse word in particular, but majority of the lobbies are still hella racist.
Gotcha. It's
Um,
something
Yeah,
to say
it
that things
didn't.
never change.
It really did not change at all.
Oh man.
Like the moment people see that like voice icon pop up, they just start gunning for you.
just
Yeah,
the free for all.
It's so
I
bad.
can't repeat the things that I've heard in Call of Duty lobbies for sure, because they are
No,
not a wholesome place. It's just a
Nope.
whole bunch of really aggressive people saying some really aggressive things. And man, anybody who thinks racism died with the Civil Rights Act needs to hop into a COD lobby and realize that it is still very alive and well.
that's the heart. That's the heart.
Yep.
Good stuff, man. That's so have you been playing ranked stuff, or what's your goals with that game?
There's no ranked in COD. Well, I think there might be now, but I haven't looked into it yet. There is a ranked um, game mode. I haven't touched it at all. I've just been playing like Team Deathmatch. I've been playing Search and Destroy. There's a new game mode called DMZ, which I've been playing. It plays a lot like Escape from Tarkir or Tarkov. I
Oh,
mean,
oh, really?
yeah, where you will there's a this huge ass map. You spawn in teams of three. If you get to another group of three, and there's proximity chat, so you can talk with one another.
Mhm.
You can leave your team and join them. You can only start the game with three people, but you can have a max of six players. And
Oh,
it's
Hmm.
the weapons and the gear that you extract with are ones that you get to keep, and you get like you get perks for however many exfils you get in a row. Like
hmm.
I when I exfilled the one game, the next match I had like reduced effects on flashbangs and stun grenades, stuff like that.
Now, is that
But
like random, the perks? How they appear?
no,
No? Okay. So it's always going to be that flashbangs first.
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure, yeah. And it's pretty cool because majority of the people on that map are AI. So you have to go through strongholds like AI with riot shields and stuff like that. And I can't remember how many teams there are that spawn in. I can take a look at it quick though.
It's actually really cool that they're doing that.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. It really
Yeah.
is. I like it more than Warzone.
How's the health system? Like, is it still like regular Call of Duty in that
Uh,
aspect? Or?
yes, but you can get 3 armor plates.
Okay. Okay.
You will spawn in with I think one, but you have to find the 2 gear or the 2 body plate suit and then the 3 body plate suit.
Okay.
And Google tells me that the maximum lobby size is 66 players in DMZ. So that's 30, what, 33 teams?
It's a lot of action.
Or,
Wow.
I'm sorry, 22,
Yeah,
22,
22.
22.
And then you can have. Imagine if the entire lobby got in teams of 6.
Oh, so I got into a team of 6 last night and, or today. No, it was today. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Like the advantage that you get when you have 6 motherfuckers just driving around because every single vehicle you can have up to 6 people in. So you can have 4 people in a car and then like 2 of them resting on the roof.
Mhm.
That
And
sounds really
just
broken.
it
Yeah.
is. And just coming into strongholds, a group of 3 has no chance. They
No.
really don't.
Like
We
that just
rolled
sounds
through.
terrifying.
We rolled through one squad. They were like, "Don't talk to them, just kill on sight." We're like, "All right, shit."
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now DMZ was a lot of fun.
I imagine at some point, somebody's goal is going to be to get like a team of 6 in one car, and then recruit another team of 6 in another car, and then that's just going
Hmm.
to be bad. That seems like so much fun, though. I'm glad they have like something that you can actually like exfil too. I was wondering how that works.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool how that happens because there's certain spots in the map where you can go. Now, mind you, this map works a lot like Warzone, where the it will get smaller as the time progresses. Not
Okay.
that fast. It not as fast as normal, where like what 5 minutes and then the circle closes. This
Yeah.
is like what feels like maybe 10 minutes. I don't know the stats offhand, but you play this game mode, you can play for a really long time. There's a lot of missions you can do. You can get a mission to target another squad. You can get a mission to do like AI bullshit stuff. The AI in this game is pretty strong. They, if they see you, they will shoot. Um, I've gone down quite a bit of times. A lot of people do. The AI is pretty significant in their technique.
Don't miss their shots.
Yeah. They're
Shot
better
every
than some
time.
teammates, I'll tell you that.
I can believe it.
Absolutely. Good stuff. Well, guys, do you guys want to get into the AITAH or the Am I the Asshole?
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, AJ, you haven't been on the show when we've done one of these before, so I'll tell you the rules, how we do these. So, I'm going to read the title of the Am I the Asshole from Reddit. You and Greg are going to submit your opinions whether or not OP is or is not the asshole. And you're going to listen to the explanation. Sometimes you may feel that you actually are in the wrong after hearing the context, but it's your job to try and defend your original position, even given the new information. So, this one is a minefield.
Oh god.
Starting off strong, AJ.
Throwing me right into it.
All right. So, am I the asshole for telling the autistic girl that she should just quit?
Go
Am
ahead,
I the
Greg.
asshole for telling the autistic girl that she should just quit?
Now, AJ, you said that you thought OP is not the asshole, right? Or are
Yeah,
you saying that the OP is an asshole for that?
I would say not an asshole. This is very circumstantial,
Y-
but
Yeah.
um um
I think,
um
regardless of the scenario, if you say that the OP is an asshole, I think that's a defensible position regardless. It might be a little bit hard to defend that she's not the asshole.
yeah, but hey, you know what? I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt,
All right.
because
All right, cool. All right, Greg, what are you going for then?
So then the OP is an asshole,
Greg, you think OP is an asshole? Well,
I guess.
it's interesting you should say that. So, am I the asshole for telling the autistic girl she should just quit? Okay. I am a 17-year-old female. I am the shift manager for the job I work at. I'm only the shift manager because I've been here for 2 years and I get stuff done. The
I'm
basics of our
fucked.
the basics of our job is that you get to choose your shifts a week prior, and it's almost always busy from 4:30 to 8 p.m. Recently, a new employee joined about 2 weeks ago. About 2 days in, she told me she was autistic. At the time, I didn't really care because it's not going to affect how she works or the people around her. Hopefully. She works from 5 to 7, which I listed before is pretty hectic time. She lasts till Wednesday until she's coming up to me and asking if she could use the office for when she gets overwhelmed. I said to her, but she couldn't be in there too long since there is work to done. She has to get work done, and she also has to work in the office. So they agree that she can use it if she needs it whenever she gets overwhelmed, except when the manager had to use it. So Monday, we start selling Christmas themed snacks and drinks, and of course, it got even louder. And now she's complaining to me that she can still hear the noise from that office. She's been complaining all week, and Friday I had gotten tired of it and told her it's her fault for choosing a job that involves so many people, and it's not my responsibility to make sure that it's nice and quiet for her in the office. We got into an argument where I basically told her to quit because we won't miss her because for half of her shift, she's in the back. I still stand by my point. I just feel guilty about being so harsh about it because her autism isn't her fault, but neither is my responsibility to deal with it. It's hers. P.S. I ignored my P.S. Ignore my user. I made the account a year ago. Blah blah blah. Also, it's a family-run cafe, so they don't know if ADA rules apply. They do, I'm pretty sure.
um
So yeah, so OP is an asshole.
Tell us why, Greg.
So so first of all, let me touch on telling an autistic girl that she needs to quit. You're the boss. If you really feel like she can't do this, then you need to fire her. The fact that you just belittled her and just say you need to quit, it it sounds like this OP is more of an incompetent boss than what this autistic girl is a worker. Floor is yours, AJ.
um I she is an asshole, but I don't think she's an asshole for telling her to quit. Um because yeah, she went about it in a wrong way. Um Especially as some person that's probably not gonna react to feedback that well, especially like critical feedback like that. But yeah, an autistic person usually has a lot of triggers, so working in a very loud area probably is not a good workplace. There's a lot of other workplaces that are quiet with a lot less triggers and places
You
that.
don't you don't think there could be ways that this autistic girl can work in an environment that is loud but also suit her by maybe wearing some sort of ear protection? Maybe the boss, instead of getting angry at her, could have thought of that idea and told her to maybe pick up a pack of hearing protection.
I did uh I did think about earplugs, but also what John, you said it's a cafe, right?
Yeah, I believe it's it looks like it's a cafe. Yep, family run cafe.
So was she taking orders, or was she, does it say, or was
I
she making drinks?
I think the context is that it's just getting too noisy out there, and it's triggering this person's autism. So they're going into the office, which they still can't get relief when they go into the office because
Mhm.
it's too noisy in there. And OP just had enough with all the accommodations she's making.
I mean, it's hard. Like you could probably work around it, but also I still don't necessarily think that
At
they're.
at the end of the day, this autistic girl has the right to work.
Yes.
She paid
Uh,
her dues. She is allowed to work any place that's willing to hire her. I don't know why she passed the screening for the job process. I don't know why they didn't say, "Hey, maybe this isn't the best to suit your needs." This boss said that she didn't know that she was autistic. Um, it's literally your job to know your workers.
yeah, she did sound very like unknowledgeable about autism and the effects that it can have on a person. So yeah, I don't think that she should have probably been, or she probably should have thought about it a lot more in the first place. Um, I'll still stick with the non asshole for trying to tell her to quit. I just think that she did it in a very bad way.
Yeah, you know
I
what? I'm gonna jump in here on AJ's side here. I don't. I wait, AJ. You said the OP is an asshole, right?
No,
Yes, but not for trying to tell her to quit.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So she's not an asshole for telling her to try and quit. I think that's kind of fair because if somebody is not able to do their job because they have a disability, the job should be able to make reasonable accommodations. But when you've tried and tried to make reasonable accommodations and there just aren't any for that person to do the job, that might not be the best space for you to work in. I'm a type 1 diabetic. That requires me to use technology all the time to try and monitor my condition. I know that I shouldn't work somewhere that has like a clean room that I can't access my medical devices while I'm at work. Part of that responsibility, I think, is on me as the person with the disability. Now, I do think the ADA is important. I do think it's necessary. But once you've made so many accommodations, there really does have to be a line where you have to be able to say something. And so I think for that reason, OP isn't the asshole, and ultimately she's a 17-year-old manager at this cafe. Anybody else should have had that conversation and should have stepped in. Why is she the person that's responsible for this business at 17 years old?
that too.
So, Greg, you're saying
I
the
mean, well,
17-year-old
hold on.
child's an asshole,
The,
right?
the times are changing, John. At one point, that was probably true, but we live in a world where people can go through hormonal treatment at 12, 13. I feel like a 17-year-old would have enough experience being in that position.
I think even when somebody is given hormonal treatment, they're given that treatment with the aid of their parents being involved. And in addition, plenty of medical professionals are involved in that process. In this situation here, there isn't a medical professional being consulted. It's the 17-year-old shift manager who's trying to make these decisions.
And where's she working?
She unfortunately is at a family run cafe and being dealt
So,
way more responsibilities than I think she should have to be given.
Well, who's to say that this family-run business doesn't treat all their workers as family, and they talk to her almost like a mother and father would about getting her into this position? Do you think that would be a possibility?
Sure, it's possible.
I still gotta stand my ground on that one. Like I just think that I don't know. There's just other jobs, and sometimes not every job is for you. I mean, and I would feel bad for the autistic girl to a degree because it seems like she is getting triggered more often than just actually enjoying her job. I would recommend quitting. Find something that you go to work and you enjoy.
Yeah, maybe she wouldn't have triggers if she had a competent boss. Weird how that works.
Greg, I really didn't. I'm still not sure where you end up on this whole thing because I was really convinced that you were going to be like, yeah, fuck this person.
I mean,
Well,
like
I had to defend it.
No, I know. You're just doing a good job. I'm proud of you, buddy.
I'm trying.
aside
Uh,
from having to defend or not defend, like what I would do in this circumstances, probably like put her as a barista and just hand her slips for the drinks and have her wear earplugs.
Yeah,
I'd
I
probably
think that would be a great way to handle that problem, and one that a mature adult could have probably figured out for this 17-year-old manager.
yeah.
you could have had her be a door greeter. They have them at Walmart. Right?
That's
That's
true too.
true.
That would be a reasonable accommodation.
Mm. That way you can be outside. You know, if the weather's nice, you're not getting all that inside noise. You're just getting outside noise.
Yeah. I mean, there's only one of us here that's diagnosed autistic, so that person is our ultimately our expert here.
AJ?
Well, ADHD is technically on the autistic spectrum.
Hey, there we go. I mean,
uh, we're
I
all on the
wasn't calling
spectrum
AJ
somewhere.
out there, but oh Jesus,
Uh,
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 good stuff. Where to go from here? Dokkan?
Yeah.
yeah,
Only
Yeah,
downhill,
from
right?
one argument to another.
yeah, right. Uh, so what's
uh,
going on with the world of Dokkan, AJ?
so, Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo just got announced that they are coming out on, I believe they're going to be a Dokkan Fest, dual LRs.
Eat
Um,
that shit, Tyler. You're gonna shaft so
uh,
hard, and I'm gonna laugh at you, and I'm gonna ask you how that Zamasu unit's treating you.
they are transforming units. So they start out as Ultimate Gohan and Piccolo as his hidden potential unlocked. Um,
Now, what are your because the details weren't released yet about them, right?
correct.
Do you think they're gonna be like mid, and then once they awaken, they're gonna be the tits with a really hard condition, or
I'm
what are you thinking here?
I'm very concerned because as soon as I saw they were transforming units, I was like, oh no, transforming units always.
Yeah, look at AGL Gohan.
Yep. Transforming units can just
Well, what's the
yeah.
last 5 transforming units, and how like what's their conditions look like?
So, ooh,
Like the 7-year LRs, they transform like pretty reasonable.
yes.
The STR Goku Gohan, you just got to do what 6 supers? That's pretty rough.
I think it's three supers.
3 supers. That's it.
Yeah. Seventh ELRs are the same. Um, here's the bad thing is that for Worldwide Celebration they had an outfit change, but it was also like a transformation. For the Super Saiyan duo from the Metal Cooler movie,
Yeah.
their their transformation was like pretty necessary to be good, and they needed to perform 3 or more super attacks and then also receive 7 attacks to
Yeah,
be able to transform,
that's
which is
pretty rough.
That's
really bad.
that's
So
tough.
I'm very worried because I just don't like the idea of transforming units, and I've seen a bunch of other people say that too. Like they want to use Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo in the game. They don't want to use Ultimate Gohan and the hidden potential unlocks Piccolo. So
Hey, but you know
um,
what? I'm okay with that. I really am.
you're okay with just using them?
Yeah, yeah.
I think I would be too. I mean, the unit is still in the game and like the art's there.
hmm
So
I
I,
really do enjoy transforming.
yeah, and it's more animations and stuff, and we already know the animation's gonna be cool. Like they're gonna have like
Mhm. Oh yeah.
which I guess if they would have just made the unit in general, it'd just be like an
So,
intro animation.
what's the percentage you think that Beast Gohan or this Ultimate Gohan that transforms? Do you think he's gonna be like the the missing puzzle to the Cell Max event? Like, do you think they're gonna
Mm,
make him in mind to just nuke the shit out of Cell?
yes, we're at the last part for uh, the superhero celebration, and each part has gotten, I think, to an agreed a little bit easier. I don't think it's going to be like he's going to nuke him and he's going to do a lot of damage, but Cell Max is still a tank regardless, unless it's something outrageous that Beast Gohan just takes like no damage. Um, but I think so because when the first part came out, Cell Max was like impossible to beat. Just took a lot of tries and a lot of luck,
The
and
reason
then
why I ask is because if we can say like yes, he's gonna be like the catch-all for this event, then his transforming requirement is gonna have to be pretty easy to get because you can get
yeah,
to the last form of Cell by like what turn 4, turn 5 ish.
yeah.
So he's gonna have to be pretty quick.
I hope it's like the seventh year LRs, and I just hope there's
Oh,
no special conditions.
is it guaranteed that they're going to be transforming, or is this going to be like a revival?
Um,
Because if it's a revival, it's going to be pretty shit.
So
here's a
is this unit not on global yet, or not on I'm sorry, the Japan server?
No.
it's not on either. They will be coming out both at the same time for
Oh,
both
they're
Yep.
coming
global
out for
and
both at the same time.
Or if
Yep,
Japan gets it, it'll be like a week before us, like Gamma 1 and 2.
yep,
Gotcha, gotcha. So, AJ, I know you play both versions, right? The international and then the Japanese version.
yeah. I've kind of given up a little bit on the Japanese version. I still play it
Okay,
from
all
time to
right.
time.
Uh, from your experience, when they release these units for both global and Japan at the same time, are they usually really good, or are they sometimes a little meh?
I
Usually
would
they're pretty good.
I think they're pretty good. Yeah. They try to get on uh Japan's level of the power creep so far. Make them good with other units that are coming out on uh, Japan, which is why like Gamma One and Gamma Two are like insane.
hmm
Um, and now we've had quite a few other units that came out since then, which we're also coming up on Japan's 8th anniversary, so which is usually when they do another big power creep. So that worries me with how good Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo will be.
I'm on
Gotcha.
300% leads. Yeah,
Imagine.
right. In like 7 years.
Um, yeah, I think they'll be really good. I think they're both going to be a unit that you would want to summon for, especially Piccolo. Piccolo just needs the team, somebody with a different name, and oh,
Oh,
it's
that's
just
the downside of them being transforming. because Piccolo keeps his name,
I
or
hope
is it
in I hope in
or
the
is it
actual
Piccolo
name
awakened?
it might be like Power Awakened Piccolo.
Cool, cool. Yeah, I hope so.
That if not, then it's a big middle finger.
Yeah, they have to know.
Yeah, because every single Piccolo's name is just Piccolo. They don't link together. It's sad.
Yeah. Trust me, I want a Namekian team bad.
I know you got one for the card
Like,
game.
yeah, like the STR Piccolo, using him in my movie heroes team, I
Mhm.
feel so happy that like a Piccolo is good enough to be on that team.
Yeah,
So I'm happy with that. If this Piccolo ends up being at best just as good as STR Piccolo, I'd be happy with that. As long as I get to use him in like he's the most like the best one for the team
Mhm.
of what I have, then yeah, I'm gonna be really happy with using him.
Now, what do you think is going to be the better of the two units?
Definitely beats Gohan. Like he has to be, right?
I think so too, but
You'd think,
they
but
Do you think they're gonna let him stack or
who
no?
knows?
I think he's gonna I think he's gonna have some not stack. Um, I think he's gonna have like just like guard and some
Oh,
medium damage reduction.
so do we know that his name is Ultimate Gohan?
Um, we I think we can assume off the art that they dropped. It's um the LR card art was him in his like ultimate form. You could see like the white aura that he
Mhm.
like gets around it. Um,
Cool. So he can go side by side right next to Tech Gohan. Gohan.
yeah,
Gohan.
and that Tech Gohan too. You don't ever want to transform him most of the time.
Yep.
And since he's not technically Ultimate Gohan at the time, then you can just keep them right side by side.
See, when do you think we'll get an ECA for Ed? Because he came out the same time as Cooler, and we got Cooler's ECA.
I think the thing is with that Gohan too is we don't truly know how good he is because I don't think he has a 200% lead yet. I'm
Mm.
like pretty sure on that, and um, I would say in like 2 years maybe. Oh no, he does the
Oh,
carnival
oh, the Goku. Yeah,
Goku.
yeah, that's
But
a
I mean, you probably
powerful
can't make like
comeback.
a great team that you would want to properly link with him on there. But um, Beast Gohan team, him next to Beast Gohan, I'm sure would just be ridiculous.
Now, do you think they're going to make Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo uh, like that's the rotation, or do you think they're going to link well with someone else?
Don't link well with someone else. Piccolo usually doesn't link well
Well,
with.
so if we have Gamma 1 and 2, right, and they
Mhm.
are like you need to have them on a rotation. Um,
Yeah.
so now that they're bringing, who else is on the team? It's going to be the Beast Gohan. It's going to be the Orange Piccolo. Who's going to be the floaters?
Um. Yeah.
Are they going
I
to
don't.
bring like a banner unit?
I'm. They might have like a banner unit. I feel like that's pretty
Because
possible.
I'm trying to see like how the team layout is, and then figuring out the missing pieces. Then
I mean, maybe you could put like Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo together. I just don't think that they'll link well together.
do you think they'll have like 4 out of 7 or something?
I think at
3 out of
best
7?
2 or 3. Yeah, I think.
Because that's the way that the 7-year LRs were. They only had a couple links.
Yeah, they don't link well at all. Yeah, so that'll be a little bit worrying because I know people probably want to run the Gammas on the team too, but um, yeah, I think it'll be interesting because you'll have Beast Gohan, hopefully the Tech Gohan, Orange Piccolo and the STR Piccolo. So it only leaves you with 2 more to pick.
Gotcha. Sounds like we can do a lot of speculating, but we really won't
Yeah.
know until they actually release and you get to play them some and do some stuff with them to know where they truly sit at, right?
Yep.
Good
Gokan's
stuff.
very mysterious, so
Fair
you never
enough.
know.
All right. Well, Greg, I heard you had some Naruto updates.
Oh god. Yeah.
I
I
heard
wish it
you
was a
guys
good
got some
update.
exciting updates. It's not exciting? It's not good?
Well, it was exciting, right?
Yeah.
And I found out that it was going to be released. Yeah, so it was 1:30 a.m. our time. And I'm watching this event. I don't remember the guys I was watching, but they had some of the best commentary. They were just roasting this whole event, and rightfully so, because we were told maybe I think like 4 or 5 months ago, hey, December 17th, we're going to have a really big announcement for everyone. So we're thinking, oh, sweet. It has to be something big, right? Well, I'm watching this thing, and there's 3 scrolls of information that they give us.
Yeah.
The first one, they released this Naruto P99, which they call Naruto Top 99. It has like every single character of the Naruto franchise, and everyone votes for their favorite character and throws it on Twitter. And then that gets put into like a voting mechanism. And at the end of it, it's running until I think January something.
That seems pretty cool.
The top one is going to get a short manga about him. So I really hope people don't go for Madara. Like, I don't know. There's people that simp hard for Madara, and they just need to shut the fuck up and sit down. Like,
Who
I'm so.
who are the top 3 characters that you would like to see released for this?
Oh, that's holy fuck. That's a good question. See, I would like to.
So you can insult Madara or whoever the hell.
Oh,
that is,
absolutely.
but you
I would,
don't
I
know
would
who
take.
you want.
I would take the Ichiraku guy over fucking Madara.
I don't know about this Itchy Crotchu guy, but
All he is a chef.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a chef.
still a
That's
better still a better plot line than Madara, I guess, huh?
It's not that. It's just Madara's overhyped. That's all it is. But so that was scroll number 1, right? Number 2, there's gonna be a play about it. So like, people dressing up as trees and shit. That kind of play.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
there's going to be a concert of the openings and endings of Naruto, which, okay, that's pretty cool. I don't think it's, hey guys, we're not telling you about this event in 4 to 5 months. It's going to be a surprise worthy. I don't think that is. But then the last scroll was they are going to be animating the light novels, and what a fucking waste. Like, that's
Are
like
those novels not good? What's the problem?
that's like like a waiter, right, or waitress, depending on your preference.
Yeah.
Comes to your
Who's
table.
autistic?
They give you, I don't know. They give
Comes
you
full circle.
your food, right?
They run into the manager's office because they're upset. They're triggered.
and then they look at you and they give you that look like they're about to go in for a kiss, right? And then
They don't pick
and then
up on
right
social cues and they think you want to kiss.
and then right before your lips touch, they just spit in your face. That's what the Naruto community got done to them. That's exactly it. I was so fucking pissed that I stayed up till 1 fucking 30
Oh, you
because
missed
I
out
was
on
hoping.
sleep.
Well, I mean, it was the weekend, but
fair
still, like, come on.
Sounds like
They
Naruto's
have, like,
missing kinky stuff.
They know what we
yeah,
want.
right.
And now there is one good thing about the announcement being shitty, and that's I can hold my middle fingers up to all those motherfucking people on YouTube, all
Get
those
'em.
content creators. Hey, you know what? It's going to be Storm 5. It's going to be Storm 5. Yeah, nope. Sit the fuck down. Nope, it's not Storm, motherfuckers.
So
I'm so happy.
I was out in the wild and I actually heard about this a little bit. And what I heard was a way different reaction from what I heard from you.
Really?
Yes.
People are happy that there's going to be a play.
Somebody said to another person who's, and I witnessed this, I swear to God, in the real world. Somebody was wearing a Naruto hoodie, and this girl, just to be nice, was like, "Oh, I like your hoodie." And he's like, "Yeah, well, they just made a big announcement that Sasuke's getting his own anime, and it's gonna be awesome." And
Okay, see, I can see the hype that that person probably doesn't read the manga or doesn't read the light novels. Like, I read Sasuke's light novel already. I know what happens. So I can understand that someone who doesn't want to read the manga, I mean, you're wrong, but I understand it's a path people take. And if you don't take that path, being a casual, like, I'll say it's you're being a casual listener of or watcher of Naruto, right? I can see it being a plus for them, but for everyone else, no.
Now, does Naruto usually stray away from the manga and like animation, like their animations a little
But
bit?
see, they usually don't. But Boruto is so fucking bad with that. They they don't get the green light to, hey, the manga's far enough away, you can start animating again. They don't get that. So they just keep making filler and filler and filler.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the other question is Sasuke Retsuden, that's the manga that's being animated. They are going to animate it, right? So they're going to animate that manga, but that manga was before Boruto. Like it was between Naruto and Boruto
Wow.
is when
Okay.
this timeline happens.
So it's not really anything too new. Like,
Well, yeah, it's new,
it's
but
just,
it's in the past.
yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna handle it. I don't know if they're gonna like, oh, that reminds me, Naruto almost died from an illness, and then start like a flashback. I
Yeah.
don't know how they're gonna do it, but that's another like wrench in the plan.
It's interesting.
interesting. Well, I guess it's interesting that we have some fans that are hype over the news, and the more entrenched fans, like Greg, our one and only Greg over here, is just disgusted by this announcement.
You didn't have to blue ball us for 4 to 5 months just to tell us that. Like,
Edging all the way up into just disappointment.
yeah, that's like your only Christmas presents being like a $10 gift card. But the person who gave you that gift card was hyping it up like, "Oh man,
Oh,
you're going to love this."
Bet you
Hey,
can't
just
wait to see what I got you for Christmas.
I was at the store and I saw something and I just thought of you and I
thought
bought
of
it.
you. I thought you could buy the thing you wanted with this.
I thought the Naruto IP only costed $10, so here you go.
I think you wanted like Dragon
Multi-billion.
Ball Super like cards, and you get baseball cards.
Exactly, yeah.
It's like, hey, I got you something for Christmas. I heard you liked magic cards, and it's like the starter set. Great, thanks.
Or one of Eric's repacks.
Or your
Oh,
waitress
bud,
comes up and she spits in your mouth.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Goes in for a kiss, has you convinced she's gonna kiss you, and then she just spits in your face.
Good stuff. Well,
Uh,
I'm glad this went full circle. This is
Right.
great. I think
Got real
that's-
autistic there.
Yeah, a little bit. A little acoustic. That's all right, though. But, all right, guys. Well, that's all I got. Anything else?
Nope.
Uh, oh, I'm almost done with Walking Dead.
Oh,
Jesus.
how have you enjoyed it so far?
I just finished season 10 last night.
Yeah.
Um, debating
Now,
starting up
mind
season
you, for
11
for the
again.
people listening, AJ's able to like binge watch like 3 full seasons at work.
Yeah, I think not even I what since the last week. Um, I was just starting it, right?
Yeah. You
Yeah,
were
so
maybe a couple seasons in,
I
but
was
I'm actually just impressed. It's
yeah,
amazing.
I think I
Hmm.
was on season 6 still or season 7. So,
That's
um,
commitment.
yeah, I went
Are you
through and
hooked, man? Are you digging it, or
I'm hooked. There
what's
was
the
like I
good? What's
think
the bad?
what's the good, what's the bad?
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil anything. I don't know.
Oh, go ahead.
You know what?
Go ahead.
Honestly, for anybody still listening, Walking Dead spoilers, I don't care about your feelings. All right, we're good to go.
Um,
Yeah, people
Ne-
click away after the first minute anyway, so you're good.
Yeah, nobody's gonna see this.
Negan's character development is
It's so good.
yeah, it's phenomenal. I can't believe it.
It makes you hate him, like it makes you hate yourself. I mean, you hate yourself that you like him. He took
Yeah,
away one of your favorite characters, being Glenn, and now he gets his own redemption arc. Like, you motherfucker!
You
yeah,
don't
but that
deserve this. You
Yeah,
don't
you're
deserve
beyond help.
this.
it's so weird to think about how like time passed in like these short amount of episodes. Like he was in there for 7 years in like confined cell.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, and just how much he changed. Now I didn't know much. Like I know like when they were doing like the books and everything that it's a lot different than how the show turned out.
Oh yeah.
Um, Carl dying before Rick disappeared off the show
Right?
was so shocking to me. I was not ready for it. When he showed the bite, I was like, no.
Yeah, that was so depressing. That entire episode. Like I'm not gonna lie, I was bawling through parts of it because it was so sad.
Work, man. I gotta keep myself together sometimes. Like if something's funny, like can't laugh. Like I gotta try so bad not to laugh.
You're like, oh no,
If
the
something's
tears are
sad, I'm
coming
like,
again. I better pause
yeah,
this quick so I can recoup.
let me go into the manager's office.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, for
Um,
real though. It's that was tough. That was tough
yeah.
stuff.
Another jaw-dropping thing was so I bought into the whole like the walkers are they're starting up like evolution like and they're getting like smarter.
Yeah.
And then the one comes out with a knife and just stabs Jesus. I was like, that's not a walker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
My jaw dropped. I was not ready for that too. That caught me off
That
guard.
that was such a good plot twist.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Perfect twist. That
Yeah.
knife. Yeah.
Um and then yeah, so when I'm getting ready to start in season 11, the last I saw was Eugene, Ezekiel, and trying to think of
I like
oh
Ezekiel as a character.
yeah, and
Hmm.
Yumiko. Um, they ran into that group of the people in the stormtrooper outfits.
Yes. Yep. Yep. That was
And the
fucking
last thing you
people.
see is Princess fucking beating up the shit out of that guy, schizophrenic, and then
That's the Commonwealth, right?
I don't know what they are.
Yeah, he doesn't know anything about him yet because that's season 11. No,
Well, I know.
you
I mean,
you
that's
obviously
not
know
really.
that they're stormtroopers. Well, plot twist, or I guess reveal. They call themselves the Commonwealth. That's
I
all.
mean, yeah,
They
that's
have a
not
name for
anything
their
big.
organization. It's
Yeah,
okay. It's not a
yeah.
Yeah,
big spoiler.
but
They don't have a Death Star or anything.
yeah, that caught me off guard too. Because I mean, I knew that they were gonna be bad. Like I just had that feeling that there was some significance to it. And then when Princess gets like convinced that there's she's all right and she's gonna get taken to like a safe place like finally, and then the door gets opened and like all three of them have like the bags on their head just standing
Yeah.
there. Um,
Greg,
wasn't totally shocked by that, but
Greg, did you watch the ending of season 11, like the last episode at least, or did you watch the recaps from like all the episodes leading up to that?
So I watched the recap of the season leading up to the last episode, and then I saw a recap of the last episode.
Okay, all right. Um, without spoiling anything, AJ, the very ending of this season is not going to make a lot of sense to you while it's going on.
okay.
Um,
Damn it.
yeah, it's not going to make a lot of sense to you. Um, I can't say anything more, but it's okay that it doesn't make sense to you because it didn't make sense to me, but it made sense to Laura because she was watching all the other Walking Dead shit. So she kind of understood what was going on, but I had no idea. And that's how they end this season.
Wait, so what do you mean all the other Walking Dead shit? Like the other TV show that they had?
Yeah, like Fear of the Walking Dead and like all
Okay.
those other Walking Dead series. If you watch
Okay.
those, it'll give you a lot of insight into the season. Um,
Okay.
but and I'm not sure that it even spoils anything too much of the 11th season. Um, but it's not that important. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I wasn't super content with the ending of The Walking Dead season 11. Greg, what are your thoughts?
Um, I mean, I wanted it to go in a different way, but I get the way they ended things the way they did.
Yeah, it makes. Gosh, I'm gonna contradict myself, but it makes sense how they ended it. But the ending doesn't make sense. You'll just have to be there for it.
I feel like they should have, because a lot of characters are immune to death because they have their spin-off series, right? So I feel like they should have waited to announce those until after the last episode. And the same way, I feel like even though they were planning on those those other series, I still feel like they should have done the series justice, not let the new series piggyback all the work. I feel like they should have just end like final chapter closed, boom, and then okay, the
Yeah.
spin-offs, they can do those.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Probably would have been the
yeah, no,
possibility.
I mean, season 11, it is good in some ways. There is some political stuff in there, which I think is
Yeah.
like woke politics, as some people in the right would call it. Maybe a little bit
Yeah,
of that, but
look where
it's
that got Disney.
yeah,
That might have been why too. Maybe is that like why they made it the final season? Like, because it was getting to that point where they have to start worrying about what uh the new way of society is going to be like, and maybe people aren't going to like that.
yeah. There's a lot of stuff. You'll just have to see it, buddy. It. I think it is. I think it was an okay season. They just did some
Right?
things that I wouldn't have done if I was the director. But
And honestly, and I don't know about like the spin-off series and like who's immune to death too. So like
yeah, don't look
everything is
that up.
just yeah, no, everything's just a shock to me right now. So
Yeah,
now
Ooh.
I'm waiting. I know at some point. My guess from the way that the show has been going right now. I'm not even gonna look at your guys' face for your reaction,
yeah,
but
no.
yeah.
That's fine. Go ahead and just give us your predictions, and
I
then
don't think
maybe the
we'll
next
see.
episode we can talk about those predictions.
Yeah, I don't think Rick Grimes is going to be in the show anymore. I think they might show him at the end. He is alive. I mean that was made very clear. Um, I think, but I don't think that he's going to be like in the show anymore. Like if anything, they might show him like towards like the end of the like right at the end of the series. Probably my guess. Um,
Okay.
I had the same thought about Michonne because she's been kind of MIA the past like 5 6 episodes. So
Yeah.
um, but yeah, it's very very weird. It's just like Daryl and Maggie for the OGs.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely, like, without so many characters from the original season, it feels like a new show in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
But you know,
they still keep it like really good and interesting because I mean you get to know like a lot of these characters like
yeah, yeah.
well
I've
super quick.
Heck, there's some characters. Yeah, you know what? No spoilers or anything like that. I won't even get into all that. But yeah, no, I look forward to you seeing this season. We can talk about it next week.
I'm sure I'll be done with it by next week.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna say. Oh,
uh,
Greg's got his baby.
Yeah,
oh,
my emotional support animal.
I can't bring my dog up on my chair. Probably break it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, big baby. Good stuff, guys. Well,
Yeah.
hey, we're at an hour and 6, so good job, guys.
Nice.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here. Everybody, thanks for sticking around. Who's stuck around so far, and
Yeah.
we'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Have a good week, everybody.
See ya. Oh, Karama.